So here at the top right-hand corner of the map, we have our pink Protoss player from the Team Prime. That is Creator. And his opponent down in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, our red Terran player, down 2-1 in the set. Representative of Team Dignitas, it is SeleCT.
Well, here we go. The moment of truth for Dignitas SeleCT. Defeating Creator Prime would be a great show to his fans that he has really kind of evolved as a Terran versus Protoss player. You know, like I said before this game started, I feel like he really knows what he needs to do. It's just a matter of kind of making it happen. It's a matter of execution. So, you know, what will we see SeleCT try? You know, I've got to imagine it's probably going to be something with drop play. I don't think we're going to see the very early ghost play again out of him. But, you know, I've got confidence. I think he has a chance here.
Now, this has kind of been the map where we've seen the most wild variety of builds out of players, both Protoss and Terran. Terran players will sometimes very, very early cheese. I'm thinking Thorazane here as well. Loves to do it on this map. Put up a couple of bunkers to try and deny a natural, but yet it's a great haven for very standard safe play as well. Of course, Protoss players we've seen run the gamut of anything from quick aggression all the way up to that parting gateway nexus into 8-gate build. So
yeah, you notice Creator Prime too playing so economically. He didn't pile on scout like you see a lot of Protoss players do. He waited for a little while before sending out that first scouting probe to make sure he had just, you know, that many more minerals. But you can bet that he's going to be looking for those things that you talked about. He's going to be looking for those proxy barracks. He's going to be looking for the possibility of cheese because, you know, ever since 4GG did it back in the GSL, I forget who he was playing against, but, you know, he killed that person with a bunker rush on this map after a Nexus first, just like the one we're seeing here. Protoss players have been much more diligent in their scouting, and you can see Creator Prime wants to get in there. In fact, I think SeleCT's going to need to start. There we go. Okay, yeah, good timing there. That was a little bit low. You know, sometimes you see the people put like 10 hit points on the supply depot.
I know.
And then
that always cracks me up.
Yeah, I always laugh when a supply depot actually dies of that. But SeleCT with no problem at all there, putting down that gateway.
Yeah, and let's see here now as SeleCT is getting gas, and we'll see what he saves up for. He's, of course, not put on an add-on quite yet. Already has a second Marine queued up, so it looks like it's going to be a factory.
Yeah, it certainly could be. That would be an interesting choice here for SeleCT. He's not the type of player to do a whole lot of 1-1-1 builds as well. He's putting that bunker up actually at the mineral line of his opponent here. But this is a fake, you know? I mean, Creator Prime's going to be able to handle it quite easily. SeleCT here just trying to actually keep Creator Prime's attention focused on his own base and not SeleCT. It's a very kind of sneaky move for our Terran player here.
And SeleCT going ahead and putting up the barracks right next to the factory so he can put on add-on there and then go ahead and swap that. A couple of Marines, or just one Marine for now. Another one is way back, but making its way up with an SCV here does cancel that bunker, though. Oh,
but look down at SeleCT's natural expansion. A probe comes in, sees there's no command center being built, and when he comes up that ramp and sees the bunker, his probe senses are going to be tingling. He's going to know that something fishy is going on here, and it looks like it may even be a bit of reactored Hellions from SeleCT, which would be an interesting choice.
Well, this is a StarCraft 2 Master level here. 2 Marines versus 1 Zealot. I remember doing this one. But a second Zealot's out, and that's Shazimba. You can't do anything about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one. You get an extra achievement if you can beat this one.
I would be very impressed.
They've paired off. It's always good to have a buddy, you know. It's important. Well, it's a safe thing to do.
That's very true.
Yep. Starport going down now for SeleCT, so it is indeed going to be a 1-1-1. He's going to make, looks like some reactored Marines and some Hellions on the side as well. So is he just going to push with this potentially, or is he maybe going to put down a tech lab on that factory and go for some tanks as well? I doubt it since he only has 1 gas.
Right.
Yep.
He is just sitting on that for now. Creator, on the other hand, still just producing off of the 1 gateway for the time being. He'll add on some more tech, add on some more unit-producing structures in just a bit. Still has not gotten a decent read on his opponent. He saw that bunker up at the front, but that's pretty much all so far.
Yeah, Creator Prime out on the map doing some scouting himself as well. And this is definitely a tournament he would want to win. You know, he's been looking for a chance to prove himself. He's had some good victories in the team leagues and things like that, but in the individual league, you know, he has yet to have a decent amount of success. So winning that trip to IPL 4 in Vegas would be a big deal for him. And beating a very aggressive player like SeleCT with his signature style would be a pretty big win.
And that's right, guys. If you don't know what's on the line in this tournament, $12,000 in prizes, $5,000 to first, yes, but also first place carries with it a all expenses paid trip to IPL 4 in the open bracket. SeleCT moving down the ramp, though, starting to damage the Stalker, and it has to move away.
Yep. You know, another thing with Creator Prime, too, is that initially, I don't know if this is still the case. Oh, he's got to be careful with that Stalker.
Yeah,
all right. But initially, his family wasn't terribly supportive of his choice to be a pro gamer, too, you know, because of his young age, because they wanted him to focus on school and things like that. So, you know, winning an individual league tournament like this would go a long way, I think, in convincing them as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're convinced by now, but if they're not, you know, they should be.
Yeah, that's very true. Looks like we're going to have a Hellion drop as the Reactor and Marines run through the front here. And there is another command center coming up for Select. Just, of course, quite a bit delayed. The medevac is already pushed back up at the front, so that's a big component of the defense necessary for Creator.
Yeah, you know, okay, so he does see the Hellions now. I wonder if he had caught a glimpse of them before now. And let's see, Stalker in a good position to get some extra shots on those Hellions. Select needs to control that. He needs to hit some probes for this to be worth it. Oh, he missed the force field.
Yes, he did. So the Marines are going to be able to sneak away, and not a ton of workers have gone down so far. Select has killed 4 in total, but of course he's going to need to get a little bit more damage done to justify that late of a command center.
Yeah, well, I mean, he killed a little bit, but again, you know, not a lot. Creator Prime handled that quite well. He kind of missed the opportunity to trap those Marines and get a few extra kills, but he did keep them from doing damage at his natural expansion. Look at that, 45 probes to just 29 SCVs because of Select's, you know, only single-base play at this point, and Creator Prime is just going to be miles ahead now.
And we've seen this story written a few times now as Creator's adding on his double forges, already getting his Twilight Council, sitting on 3 gates in a robo. He'll want to take a 3rd base as time moves along and just power out those upgrades. And there's a Banshee flying in now. We'll see if that can get any damage done. But once again, Creator just on top of things, already has those Stalkers in position.
Yeah, Select not designing this to be a Cloak Banshee just again because of the lack of that second gas early on, but because he doesn't have Cloak, it's just not going to do damage. Oh, almost losing the Banshee there.
Yeah.
You know, at the very least, he'll be able to prevent Creator Prime from taking a very fast 3rd base. That will be a nice little side bonus of having that, but, you know, he's still behind.
Yes, he is. He did pick off 1 sentry, though, but it's a lot of tech that was put into there just to be able to get that 1 Banshee out because he has switched off those, moved into medevac production afterwards. He's got a decent amount of bio units down, but as we can see, he's down by almost 20 supply. Taking a look, that's all in workers, so the economy is going to be very, very good for Creator. Of course, he's sitting on that double gas, or the quad gas as well, so his tech is going to be quite high.
Yep. Army-wise, Select is doing just fine, but, you know, unless you plan on doing a ton of damage early on, you need to be able to have that staying power, right?
Yes.
So he's kind of trying to catch up with that now.
Oh, no. He's supply blocked again.
Oh, he is, yeah. Select with just some very, very elementary mistakes here in this matchup, too. You know, I feel like he's so close to being able to beat Creator Prime, but just these little mistakes have been holding him back all series long.
All right, well, he's going to drop inside of the main. There's a couple of those Hellions with this as well. The one gets picked off very quickly. The second one goes down as well. A few units are trying to kite back here. Stim do as much damage against the Zealots as they can, but there are so many units here, and Select has to pick up, move away, down by almost 30 supply now.
Yeah, you know, actually, go back to the main base of Creator Prime for just a second there. Check out behind those forges. There's a little place he could have dropped and only had to worry about the Stalkers there, so that may not have been a bad opportunity to, or a bad thing to try, but as it is, it looks like he's going to just kind of hang up behind the base for now.
Yeah, and once again, Creator sitting on his 3rd Nexus now. There is a Ghost Academy coming out for Select as he's got most of his tech in place. All of his bio upgrades are underway. He's getting +1 weapons, but now Creator is done with 1-1. He's going to be moving into 2-2 here in just a bit. Is Banshee going to try and swing through one more time, but look at that, already picked up on by the Observer, and Stalkers are blinking into position.
Yeah, Creator Prime, I mean, he just looks unstoppable this game. I mean, he's just is untouchable. Select can't get in there and do damage with that style that he likes to use so much, and he can't engage army to army because he's just simply behind in both, you know, tech, upgrades, and economy. He'll need to go for a pretty fast 3rd, and he's going for it here. This is a risk that he's taking, but it's the type of risk that's necessary if he wants to have any sort of chance of winning this game. And he still does have a chance, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to count Select out of this one just yet, but it's going to be a comeback if he does win it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, down by 40 supply now. Creator once again moving to that stage that he loves so much, is being able to macro to his heart's content, sitting on a well-developed army, a ton of probes, so he has a great economy to go along with this. 2-2 upgrades, already almost halfway done at the about the 14-minute mark. A little bit slower than last game because he had to sit on 2 bases for longer, but still very, very quick and a very strong army to boot.
The observers have been so important for Creator Prime here. As you can see, the army already in position to handle SeleCT. SeleCT has to run.
Yeah.
Oh, even stimming to get away.
Oh, wow. Stims everything. That's quite a bit of damage done. Nice blink choice there by Creator. Picks off 1 Marauder. Almost gets another Marine in addition. We have a drop coming in for SeleCT, and it looks like the medevac is going to get cleaned up. Taking a look now at the workers killed. He did manage to pick off, I think it was 2 additional workers because he killed a few more from the earlier big drop, but not that big of a deal. Looks like actually, oh, I'm sorry, the Banshee was able to make it back in there as well, but it was cleaned up by the Blinkstalkers very quickly.
Yep, 2-2 now, just finishing for Creator Prime's army, so he's going to be, quite a bit ahead in upgrades again. We saw what happened last time SeleCT was in the situation. Creator Prime was just able to push once he was maxed out to end the game here. A little bit getting supply blocked himself as well. Had to throw down 3 pylons at once, so not perfect play from either of these players here, but overall, SeleCT being kind of the one making a few more mistakes this game than his opponent.
And once again, we have arrived at the same result. 10 gateways, 3 upgrades, lots of Colossi. I believe he probably has, Templar Archive, so that's what I was looking for. So we can add on Archons right now. This is very familiar territory for Creator, and he is executing very well.
Yep, and familiar territory for SeleCT as well in this series, but not in a good way. He's got to be really, really worried here. So desperately trying to find a place to get in and do damage, but look at that. The observers, again, for Creator Prime, have been so useful in just knowing exactly where SeleCT is. Look at the top of the map right now. Check it out. SeleCT trying to come around the top, but there is an observer there, ready to see everything again. Nothing getting past Creator Prime this game.
Yeah, it looks like he's already going to shift up a couple of units to start heading off those at the pass. He's cleaned up the attack path through the middle. He's very nearly max. He's going to wait for 3 upgrades to finish again. And we have a scenario where SeleCT is going to have a ton of Vikings. And without actually the added bonus of 1-1 this go-around, or I'm sorry, just +1 weapons, I should say, and actually fewer ghosts to boot. So Creator may even be a better position than he was last go-around.
Yeah, now unfortunately, I was wondering for a moment if SeleCT was moving those units to the top of the map to pull Creator out of position so he could attack the 3rd, but it just looks like he wanted to come around from the top, see if there was a fast 4th base. But as it is, Creator Prime coming into this 3rd area here, and I don't know if there's a whole lot that SeleCT can do. There are a good amount of Vikings there for the Colossi, but Creator Prime just has a stronger army.
Whiffed on an EMP there as the units were blinking away, and he's just delaying until that 3-3 finishes up, which is going to be not that long from now, and then he's going to be 4 upgrades up on SeleCT, and there it is, 3-3 is done. He throws down the Guardian Shield. He wants to move in right now. He's got a ton of resources banked as well. Forward pylons are there to reinforce, and these Vikings pretty well clumped up and not taking any damage from the Archons quite yet. Looks like they are going to be able to go through at least one of the Colossi, but still, then everything else is going to die. Once again, Creator up by almost 100 supply.
Yeah, Creator Prime just so far ahead. He actually made a mistake when he engaged there too, but it doesn't matter. GG.